So let's kind of go back now, dancing.
Mhm.
Um, Nervous at first, performing in front of people, or things that you want to talk about as far as like, practicing, getting the steps in.
Oh, well, so I was dancing for the Charlotte Hornets NBA Honeybees, and I guess there was a flyer or something that went out, and there was this search for the new Nitro Girl, and I'm like, okay, a new Nitro Girl. There's no way. But it's in Philadelphia, and I was in school at the time, and I just happened to have a really good friend. Her name was Julie, and her grandmother and her family actually lived in Philadelphia. I said, Julie, what do you say we go up and stay with your grandmother? I want to go audition for a chance to be a Nitro Girl. And she's like, a what? I said, and I explained it to her. So that's how that all happened. So I went to that, drove up to Philadelphia, no money, college student, no money, hopes and dreams, and trying to live my best life. Went to the audition, and I thought, yeah, that'll be good because up there, people, it's probably cold, and not that it's not cold in Charlotte, but North Carolina, but I was like, maybe they won't, maybe they'll be like pale and pasty. Maybe I'll have something or something. Walk in, who's the first person I see? Stacy Keebler. I'm like, okay, well, Julie, I don't even think we had cell phones. Maybe we had cell phones. I don't even remember back then. So
Probably
you're
maybe one or two around, the big bulky kind. They're not like the iPhones or
oh yeah,
the Androids that we have today. Very, very like what we kind of considered high tech then was probably like low tech today.
dinosaur today.
Yeah.
Like MapQuest is how we got along back then. We knew where
Hmm.
we were going and print out our MapQuest. So, I was like, every audition is one under your belt. It's good to have under your belt. So I went and I auditioned, and of course, Stacy Keebler won it. I mean, it's Stacy Keebler. She's, you know, a million feet tall, and her legs are like up to my, underarms or whatever. And she was so sweet and beautiful. So I did not win, but I then was at work, like maybe a week later, and I received a phone call, and they needed another blonde to be another Nitro Girl, and they chose me. Little me from little North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. I'm like, are you kidding? Really? So yeah, that's how my career started.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing the stuff with the NBA, the Honeybees before all that, so that that prepared you for that audition, working in front of crowds, being in front of millions of people. Um, any anything that was similar that you noticed or different that you noticed between your time in the NBA versus your time in WCW as far as like crowds and as far as
Oh,
like the environment?
oh, sure, yeah. Um, oh my golly, compared going to an NBA game and a wrestling match is night and day. NBA people are like, yay, yay. But boy, when you're going out, because I was a valet with Chris Canyon, and that was fun. That was just another, play on the storyline that we went through. Like you said, they love who they love and they do not like who they do not like. So when we were on the road, um, going out with Chris Kenyon, if he was the bad guy at the time, we've had popcorn thrown at us and sodas and this and that, but I didn't take it personally. I mean, that these guys grew up with these people and they love who they love and they disliked who they disliked. And that's one of the things that made it amazing. The heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all about the passion, they really like if they want to get behind you, they'll let you know. If they
Mm.
don't, they don't.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I remember we were at a show, I don't remember where, but a house show, we called it. And I was walking out with Chris and Chameleon and walking out, and someone spat in my face. And I'm like, okay, they really don't like this guy. But, blew it off, whatever. It's all a process. It was, no hard feelings. It was worth it. It was so much fun.
And